Hello and welcome to Bladed Articles. Today for you guys I have got another Kizer, and this is the Kizer S35VN Titanium CyberBlade. As you can see, douche, and this was designed by Yu Dong, and he is the R&D chief man up at Kizer, and I think he's done a cracking job on this. And it was a bit of fun. It was a bit of fun apparently, and they decided to release it because yeah, it just shows what they can do and how good their craftsmanship is. So on the sleeve you get this matte black cardboard, I suppose. Yeah, cardboard with obviously the foil logo on there and literally nothing else. So move that to one side. And then on here it is also matte black. Pretty much everything in here is matte black, and instead of foil it's got these sort of embossed sort of smooth logos on there, which are pretty nice. So the line and the knockers. No, not those knockers, even though there are two. So anyway, just a note on the price of this as well. This is coming in on Honey Haynes at $163.95. Just want to put it out there, I didn't pay that. It was on Indiegogo when Kizer first launched this for £50, and I didn't pay that. I thought I did. I thought I purchased the Indiegogo one, however I didn't complete the transaction. Therefore, by process of that, I didn't get one. So I messaged Kizer. They very kindly hooked me up with one of these. I did pay my hard-earned cash for this though, so it was not a freebie from Kizer. I still paid money for it. However, it wasn't £50. It was more than that, I can guarantee you, and it was a lot less than $163.95 from Honey Haynes. Just want to put that out there, and that is not just because my partner is watching this video, probably, so don't tell her. So inside the box you get obviously a magnetic box. You get another piece of card with the foil symbols on there as well. Well, symbols. Passion, pride, performance, designed by Kizer. They're words, not symbols. Jeez, get with it. So inside the card you get another piece of card, and this is a black and white one, and it is just showing off their, I believe, their manufacturing techniques, what they do, how good it looks close up, how they like to wear gloves, etc, etc. And then on the arse end of it you get Kizer, thank you for choosing, no problemo. You get some warranty, so it does come in with a limited lifetime warranty on there, which is fantastic. And they've also got a new website apparently, tizzy-outdoor.com, and also Tangram, which I will be looking at. So you're more than welcome to pause this video or skip through it, whichever you fancy, for that bit there. And also you get in this other piece of matte black card, you get a nice Kizer cleaning cloth, which I think is a rather nice touch. And it is nicely embossed there. Very fancy. So anyway, moving on to the pièce de résistance. When I clean up this mess here, bear with me. Here we are. Back again. So here we have the pouch. Yes, the pouch. That is a pouch. I am right there. And actually, just a note as well, I remember this last time, this was a bit skew-if on the last Kizer, and I think it still is a bit skew-if on this one. It's almost like they never got the centering quite right on that tag on the front there. Anyway, small touch. So obviously Velcro and their little tag on the inside there, which I really like that little tag on the inside. And here we have it in this almost fleece lined pouch. You have your CyberBlade. So I'll move these out of the way. And here you have what you have been waiting for. the CyberBlade. And if you are wondering why it is called the CyberBlade, well, that is because, my friends, it was designed on the Cybertruck, Tesla's Cybertruck, if that wasn't too obvious from the style of this blade. So, onto the first point, which is the colour and the scales. So this is titanium on the scales, that is on both sides there, and it is TC4 titanium, and it is obviously titanium colour, which I really dig. Very lightweight, very lightweight. It's actually heavier on the blade side, I would say, than the actual grip on the not the grip, the scales. I would say it's heavier on that side. Anyway, onto the carry, and that is tip up, and it is right-handed only, because you can't change it on there, because I did take this off. However, it is indented into the scale, so it sits a nice a bit more flush in there. But yeah, you can't change it. I mean, you could, it'd probably sit on there, but it'd look a bit naff, I reckon. So do as you wish if you do have one and you want to try it. It might work, never know. But yes, onto the blade itself, and that is coming in at CPM S35 VM, and I absolutely love this kind of steel. It holds its retention for a really long time for myself, for what I use it for, and I find it really quite therapeutic to sharpen. It's just, yeah, it's one of them that I really dig. And I've also noticed that it seems to be, it goes hand in hand with a lot of my knives that I have with titanium. It's almost like if it's got a titanium scale, it has to have S35 VN. It's a bit weird. That was with the Heine Haynes Penfold, the Kizer Zip Slip. Yeah, quite a few of those actually. But anyway, on to the next point, which is the centering and the lock. So as you have already seen, it is a frame lock there. And this is quite an ingenious frame lock, because it's got the it's obviously milled out of the titanium, so it's nice and strong on that front there. So that ain't breaking for love nor money. Well, it probably would, but take a good going. So just want to show you as well, if we can see in there. Can you see? I don't know if you can. We'll try and get a right angle. Just in there. So there is the screw. So that's where the screw goes into on that plate. And then just below that, there's a tiny little ball bearing in there. And that rides up, if you can see, on the blade, just in there. It rides up onto that groove. And then the groove slowly disappears onto, you can feel it when it slowly disappears onto when it jumps onto the actual blade itself. And then it goes right, that's a better angle there, as you can see. Jumps onto the blade, goes all the way around, and then it hits the point when we go to almost lock it, and the ball snaps into place in that little section there. But I have noticed when you try and flick this, so I usually hold it like so. I hold a knife like this, and then yada yada yada, do what you do. But sometimes my fingers slip onto this lock here, and I have found that it is very hard to open when you're trying to force it like that, but then you're forcing on the back there because you're locking it, and you're being an absolute idiot because you can't open it there, and you don't know why it's opening that way because you're forcing it. Yeah, it's you gotta yeah, that took me a while to get used to, but now I'm pretty used to it. I still do it occasionally, but if you do get one of these, just bear that in mind as well. So on to the centering. We didn't do that. Let's have a quick look. As you can see, that is looking a little titchy bit to the right for my liking, but it's not rubbing. So we're all good on that front. So I'll have to adjust that, and we'll go from there. See, doing it again. Just that bit there. It does get me, and it probably will get you if you're not used to it. But onto the length. The actual length of the cutting edge is, I'd go 4.7 centimeters, and then the overall from tip to glass breaker, you're probably looking at close to just over 14, so 14.1 I'd say. And on the closed length, you are looking at furthest point to furthest point, a 8.6, 8.7 centimeters. And also I just want to do a wideness one, only because this is a wide ass boy. This is really wide to get in a caddy. So you're looking at 4.5 there. So at its widest, you're looking at 4.2, 4.3, I'd say at its widest. So yeah, note that as well on if you have, there we go again, on if you're putting it in a pocket organizer, for example. So onto the screw size, and this one here is a T8, so we'll just show you 1098. As you can see, nice and snug fit. And then on the back there for the pocket clip, nice and snug fit. And then you've got this little one here, which is for the bearing, or the detent, sorry. And I think that is, yes, so that one there, that is a T6 for the little one, and a T8 for the two at the rear of it. And then the pivot screw, ooh, should we go for this one? Aha, snug fit, already guess. That is a T10, as you can see. So there is a 1, 2, 3 screws, 4 if you count that little one there. But going on to that glass breaker, actually, whilst we are here, the glass breaker at the back there, the Indiegogo one, they did actually replace, well, give you an option for having a red G10 one at the back there, so it kind of looked like the tail light of the back of the vehicle, which I thought was pretty darn cool. So if you see one of these with the G10 at the back, that means it was an Indiegogo, unlike mine. So onto the logos, and you don't get anything on this side when it's opened. However, you do get this little guy here, and I believe that is Dr. EDC, and that is Yu Dong, who is, like I said, chief man at Kizer R&D, and he's done a splendid job on this. And then obviously the Kizer logo up top there. So it's all designed when it's closed to have the logos, and then once it is opened, it has all disappeared. And then you get that funky grooved stud at the top there, which is reversible, so you can have it on this side, so you can just do away with this pocket clip if you are a lefty and have that there, or do away with it whatsoever and just use the hole instead, which can be used. But I like the stud personally. It's personal preference at the end of the day. So let me just show you how sharp the S35 VN still is. We'll go here. Look at that, straight away, all the way there. Loads and loads of hairs, don't have a problem with it at all. And then we'll go over here as well. Let's try it this way. There we go, bish bash bosh, pinging like popcorn. Love it. Yeah, that's why I like the S35 VN, because I've been using this for carpet. You've had tape, lots of packaging, regular Joe packaging, foam, sheathing, cables. I've been doing a bit of jabbing with the old wood on these 2 points here, and it has kept it very pointy and lovely. And yeah, that's all I have to say about that. It's just a fantastic steel. So just a quick size comparison for you. We have got a Mech Army there, and also I thought we'd bring in some other TI ones. So these are all TI. So you've got the Heine Haynes Penfold, and also the Kizer Zip Slip in TI as well. So just lining them up there for you, you can just see exactly sizes. So it is quite a stubby kind of guy. It is a fun sort of blade, but it does the job. It works well. You don't get a lanyard hole with it, unfortunately. You didn't on this one anyway, so it doesn't really bother me too much on that front. But overall, I am so absolutely pleased with this. And I honestly, I know it's been a long video, and thank you if you have stayed till the end. But there was just so much to cover with this, and it's just such a unique blade that I think it really does deserve the time, you know, of me explaining as much as I can. There is a whole host more of me trying to explain so much more about this, but obviously you guys don't have the time. You know, if you want any more info, just hit me up on Instagram, or just message below in the comments, and I'll try my absolute best to help you out with any questions, anything you need. So yeah, anyway, thank you very much for watching, and I'll catch you on the next one.